better than I do.
And then
that's all the lyrics.
And then that's when it does get really smooth.
Oh, God, I love that. I love to do it at a wedding. Just start with the line dances.
Yes. Yes.
Get everybody out there. Just start with them. I don't know if we've talked about this or not together.
What? No, we haven't.
But I want DJs to hear me say this.
Say it.
Okay, and I dated one in college, so I think I know a lot. DJ Press Play.
Yes.
You know who you are.
You do know a lot about DJ life.
Well, obviously, there's DJ James Kennedy, who we've gotten a cameo from. There's the girl from Southern Hospitality.
That's right. Doug's neighbor is a DJ.
Doug's neighbor is a DJ, and we bumped into him at Soul.
At Soul. And I said, I'll be using this man for my future parties.
Yeah.
Not only is this like someone close to us that is a legitimate DJ that I can get, he's across the street from my cousin, you guy.
Yeah.
But the songs were fire.
They were fire.
It was giving, and let me tell you what it was giving. It was giving, he's a millennial, so he had all the kind of old school stuff that we all like, but then he'd mix it in with something new.
With a Bieber.
Oh.
With a Sabrina.
And it was just back to back.
With an Olivia.
He wasn't lingering too long on any one song. I mean, he just
keep it moving.
He had so much to say through the music.
And then he's going to make sure he says it.
I made sure he said it. And I cannot wait. I honestly, the Olympics party is going to be hot.
Yeah, we've got to do something because it's not going to be on your Wednesday night 40th.
No, not on the Wednesday night. So stupid. And Wednesdays are our worst.
Dumb and stupid.
Stupid. It's the worst day of the week for us, Wednesdays. We have so many child activities. They're up the latest on Wednesdays. It's just bad.
That's why you can never come to trivia.
I know.
And have that fried chicken.
It's probably going to rain.
Oh,
it's probably going to rain. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but
April showers
bring Mayflowers.
And what do Mayflowers bring?
Pilgrims.
Yes. People are like, we've heard the joke. We got it. We got it.
I wish I knew more jokes.
But some of y'all are going to use that in April and in May.
They will.
And you couldn't at Thanksgiving.
And they're going to use it's going to be May.
Yeah, April 30th.
That has been around, what are we saying, 8 years now?
Yeah.
People have been circulating that.
And I'm fine with it.
I'm a little bit over it.
I mean, like, it's not Slam's laptop shut till Monday for me.
I agree.
I can still see it
Yeah.
because people are putting their own spins on it.
Yes.
As long as you do that. Don't just post the picture of Justin Timberlake with his curly ramen hair. It's April 30th. Give me something more.
Yes.
Give me something clever.
Yes.
As we've discussed, we just want something clever. And someone did leave us a comment on that.
Oh.
On our reel
What'd they
after
say?
listening. Nothing shady.
Okay.
But they were like, as an average consumer, as someone who does not create content at all.
Okay.
And I'm just absorbing it. I'm just looking at it and watching it. I have no qualms about something not being clever because I'm not making it, so it's not a frustration point for me.
That makes sense.
There's no competition there.
Yeah.
I think
they're just like, haha, that's funny or that's cute.
Yeah. So she's like,
interesting.
It doesn't, I think because you guys are so wrapped up in it.
Yeah, that's true.
In the creation of it, I think it means more to y'all.
Yeah.
Than the consumer.
I've never thought to think
yeah.
And I've never thought to ever look at anyone else's perspective, ever.
It's nice to hear it on the record. It's nice. That's big.
I don't care. I care about one perspective only. Mine.
Yes.
Mine.
Me, myself, and I. That's
Three
big of you. That's big of you to admit.
But I am going to say one more thing. We do need to get back to the DJs about it.
Yeah.
But I cannot hear the Beyonce song one more time.
Okay. It's become too saturated.
Never in the history, you know this is true, never in the history of Instagram has a song been so used.
Have you seen it like
on
this?
Every reel.
Yeah.
You guy.
Hold on.
And let me
Not with a Taylor song, you don't think?
Let's be clear.
Okay, then she's serious.
Let's be clear. I haven't even heard this song. I haven't even downloaded it and listened to it on the radio. I haven't heard the song all the way through. But you know what I have heard 1,000 times? This ain't Texas. You can hold up Lay your cards down, 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 down. I've heard that.
Park your Lexus. And then Lexus got into it and commented, they're like, you picked the right car.
You guys, something is going on with this.
You're like, stop trying to make Beyonce country happen. But is that how you're feeling?
Oh, no. I love an alternative country star.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Okay.
Here's what it is for me, is because it's so trending.
Yeah.
People are using it on Reels where they're like planting daisies in the
Yeah.
backyard. Or a girl's like cleaning out her closet. And I'm like, what? We gotta stop using this song.
It's so trendy that it is.
That now I kind of don't like the song. And I'm bummed about that because I do love country music. For example, Old Town Road. Still holds the #1 spot. Don't know if any of you guys know that. But it is the #1 like Billboard charted song ever. It replaced Bieber.
What?
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road. That was a hit.
Actually, no.
It was a bop.
It replaced Despacito.
Oh, Despacito. Which Bieber is.
Bieber was it. Maybe
that's what you're thinking.
That's what was in my head.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking.
Replaced Despacito, and I remember Bieber reaching out to Lil Nas X and like congratulating. But Old Town Road with Billy Ray Cyrus holds like the Billboard #1 record for most weeks at #1. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I love the country vibe.
You loved the mashup.
I love a mashup,
and I like the Beyonce song,
and I think I do too. But
I like it, and I finally did listen to the whole thing. I was like, I have to Google this and hear beyond the first 14 seconds.
Is it great?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I need to listen.
It's good. Now, am I going to like buy the album or go to a concert or anything? No, probably not, unless anybody wants to invite me as a +1 and not make me pay. Sure. But that's out of my tax bracket, as we've discussed.
That's for sure.
But I do like it, but I wanted to force myself to listen to the whole thing. And what I have to say about this, you guys, and I knew it sounded familiar. I knew that the beginning ding, ding, ding,
what is it from?
Franklin. Did your kids ever watch Franklin?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I think this reel came across and someone was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is giving Franklin.
It is Franklin.
And it showed the intro.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, it's Franklin.
Yeah. Y'all, if you listen to that ding, 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 that is the exact thing from Franklin. And I think Franklin was really big in Canada, but it showed on PBS here, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
It was on a channel that my kids watched growing up. So the first time I heard it, I'm like, God, this sounds familiar. How does this sound? But like all songs do. Like, is anything even clever anymore? Yeah. And so I knew that I heard it. And then when I saw the reel come across, I said, that's it. It's Franklin.
It's Franklin.
It's Franklin.
But there's another song too, again, because I haven't listened to the whole song, that I made up a song that where it continues and it melts into a different one. It's escaping me now because now there's Franklin, there's Beyonce, there's too much going on.
There's Old Town Road. There's Despacito.
But I would now like people to stop using that audio. Thank you so much. So
unless you're doing like a cute cowboy boot try on.
Yes. You know what? The one thing you did post with the cats.
The cats.
If the cats are singing it, #1, that one's okay. And #2, the people pretending to be the backup singers.
Absolutely. They can do it too.
That's allowed.
And those are the only ones I've shared. Notice.
Yes.
Because that's clever.
That's clever. And it is the only ones you've shared and the only one that get my stamp of approval.
And I want more people. See, that's what we're talking about. I know that as consumers, I get it. It doesn't matter if people are doing original, creative, clever content.
Yeah.
But to content creators who are pouring that in, it does matter.
It does matter.
And so I get it. But what we're saying is find things like that. I think it's more interesting to share.
Yeah.
And maybe that could reduce the retro kid _Benz of the world from having 1.2 million followers and sharing regurgitated stuff that they didn't even write with grammatical and misspellings in it.
That's it.
So that's annoying to me. But on the topic of music,
the DJs
at weddings.
Guy,
that first song you play, it sets the tone for the night.
For the whole night.
Mm-hmm. And you say, well, I want to get people on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Right? You want to get people on the dance floor.
Period.
So my suggestion to you is there are a couple groups of people at a wedding.
Yes.
All right? There are the never dancers.
Yes.
Right? They're just never going to go out there. They are waiting for the cake to be cut so they then know by courtesy they can go home.
Yes.
All right? Those are the never dancers. Then there are the people who love to dance.
That would be us. If we're out there alone, I don't care. I'm going to be out there alone.
Yes. And we will be dancing to nearly every song. Now, every once in a while, you're going to throw a dud in there. And we're going to say, we're going to the bar.
Yeah. Now we're going to get a refreshment. Yeah. We're going to powder our nose.
Yep. I was just doing that.
Yeah. We're going to. Oh, you were?
Yeah. Because I was going to say I'm wiping off sweat.
Yeah.
You're powdering your nose.
I'm powdering my nose.
Or other areas.
Or are they? You got to powder the nether region.
Shake it down.
Stay fresh.
Okay. And so.
Or maybe go sit on your man's lap.
Yeah. Go do a little lap dance.
Do a little grind.
I have videos of Kristen doing that.
Yeah.
So I will share those. I have not deleted those to create storage because it was too important to me. Too important.
Important.
All right. So then you have the always dancers with a rare break.
Yeah.
You have the never dancers. And then you have this other group. And that other group is only going to dance to the line dances.
And I would say maybe in that same vein, there's those people with the line dances or the people that are going to start to dance more when they drink more.
Right.
So
you're either going to have that.
They need some kind of stimuli to get it popping.
Mm-hmm. And so if you start, so the always dancers are going to dance to the line dances, and the never dancers you don't have a chance for anyway. So with that middle group, if you want to reel them in, then I would start with a choreographed line dance. That is the cha-cha slide. That is the electric slide.
Yes.
That is what are the other?
The wobble.
The wobble.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. It's so good.
That is a bop. People love it, and they know it.
You know what? I could see
Start off with one of those.
I could see this Beyonce song becoming one of those because it's giving line dance.
Have y'all seen? But the choreo. So the person who started the choreo, like there's a couple, a couple of girls.
Yeah,
and they are really known for whatever the trending thing is. They make up a dance.
I've been wondering this my whole life.
Mm-hmm. There's these two girls.
Let's say 5 years of my whole life.
Yeah, your whole life of being on Instagram, which didn't exist when you were born.
I've been wondering who decides that for this song, this is the cute little shimmy and shake that we're doing.
Well, it usually originates on TikTok. So there are some girls on TikTok. They are the ones who most people go to and look at and say, what'd you do for it? And then they set it. They put the video out. They tag a few people, and then it just gets reshared. And so when you look at now the random person doing it, they'll usually put inspiration or choreo, and they will tag them.
I have wondered this. We have got to find them and dig this up.
I saved it. I already saved it because I wanted to learn the dance.
Okay.
Did I do it? No. But have I saved it? Yes.
You have so many plans.
Yeah. The execution, terrible.
The planning is there in her mind. And
execution's real bad.
It's the execution. I need you
bad.
to find a way to kind of...
Let's get ready.
It's a new sound effect. You were waiting. Were you waiting?
I was waiting. Y'all aren't ready.
Okay. No, that was Rumble.
I know.
Okay. What's this one?
No, I'm going to wait.
Okay. She's going to wait for another perfect timing.
Now, some of y'all...
Way to tee it up.
Some of y'all have known some of these, but there's one, that I missed, and I brought it back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ready. I can't wait for it and what it is. So these girls create the dance, the choreo, then we learn it, then we post it.
Yes.
Now, this choreo is not simple. It is not the wobble simple. It is not electric slide simple. So if we are talking about a line dance, then maybe you and I are going to have to invent that.
Okay, you may see me sitting here with my wheels turning, and I just had a business idea for us.
Oh, great. We need another business idea.
People should hire us.
Yeah.
To come to their parties.
And just have fun.
To just have a good time.
Stir it up.
Get out on the dance floor. Yeah. Get it poppin'. Maybe we have a couple of dances up our sleeve. Unknown dances that we can teach people.
Maybe we have a couple songs in our pocket if it's a karaoke party.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I think that this already exists. I think it's called Wedding Crashers.
No. We are for hire, is what I'm saying. And I will figure out what our hourly rate is. But we're not there to drink your drinks and eat your food. We don't need that.
I don't need the food.
She doesn't need the food at all. She can eat one cracker and she'll be done. Okay? I might eat a little bit, but we could go just to get your guests off their seats and having fun.
Yeah, get them hype.
It's reminiscent of April's 40th. Now, April was popping and dancing, and all her people were great.
Yeah.
However, you and I were on another level.
Yeah, we were. And I have that video saved too.
You do have the video where we just set it up on a table and said,
record.
Let's just dance. And I think when you have those couple of people at a party who do not care and are just going wild, it's gonna release something in the other guests.
We just don't have any inhibitions.
We don't.
Feel your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Because only you can let it in, you know? No one else.
No.
I have missed that one. I have missed that. Oh no.
I was here the other day secretly. Oh no, it's when I had to come get this folder. And I said, I've got a couple minutes.
Oh God.
Let me sit down and just tinker with these sound effects a little bit. It's time. You know, we're deep into season 3. It was time to switch it up a little bit.
I don't know why I'm doing this because I think I forgot to put the mascara on my bottom lash.
No, you did. I watched you do it in the driveway. You did.
Okay, is there any there?
No, it's gone.
Okay. Okay. Oh no. No. That one's funny. Who is that?
I have no idea.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was taken from something. We should definitely know, and we can't pinpoint. Right
I know. Well, they should label it. You know, there's these websites you go to.
And you just pull it.
For soundboard effects. And you just pull it, and you pop it in there, and it's great. I'm a kid in a candy shop.
I bet you are. I'll take you to the candy shop. Let you lick the lollipop. That's it.
Just like Beyonce's song. That's all I know. So anyway, DJs, hire us.
Yeah.
Wedding people, hire us. We are
anyone throwing a party, hire us.
Hire us. I want to become a DJ. It truly is something
passion.
I've thought about for years.
Yes, I can see that.
And after meeting Doug's neighbor, I thought, is this my in?
Doug's neighbor, what's your name?
I don't know. Leanna, please tell us.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Because we'll just keep calling him Doug's neighbor.
Doug's neighbor.
Like Bella's boyfriend.
Yeah. Which I did have to bleep.
Yeah, you did.
On the video format and on the audio format.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow my brain remembered
That's
to go
amazing.
back and do that.
Wow. Good job. Some would say pause up. Clap and pause. That's not it.
Let's get ready.
Dun, 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 dun.
Jock Jam! Y'all remember that?
These paws doing a high V.
Okay, this is the last time I'm going to talk about P. Diddy, but I have to say this very quickly. Matt, who has not listened to our episodes recently, he's just been so busy with the soccer and everything.
Yeah, the soccer.
Y'all, last night, we're in bed, we're going to watch Love is Blind, and he looks at me and says, have you seen all this drama about P. Diddy?
This is like when Joshua said, have you heard this song Truth Hurts by Lizzo? It's really good. And it was like on the radio chart topper for 4 months. Stop. Don't break news to me.
Don't break news to me.
Don't break news to me.
And news that
We're already doing it.
I have broken the news here, babe.
Stop.
Babe, I looked at him and said, clearly you haven't listened to the past 4 episodes where I can't stop talking about P. Diddy.
Pam can't stop. She's praying for his demise.
For his demise is the name of the podcast we did last Tuesday.
Oh my God.
And so I say this to him, and he's like, well, I'm looking on Twitter. There's all these documents. There's lawsuits. Did you hear about what happened with Usher and this guy and that guy? I said, babe, he's evil. All of it's coming out. I think he's going
old news.
He's going to fade away into obscurity. That's where we're at with this.
Yeah, has he not already?
Well, he should.
Yeah. That's the police picking him up.
The police are here.
At the Ciroc white party. You know it. It lives rent-free in your brain. If you are our age, you know this is the Ciroc white party.
White party.
Lives rent-free.
Was he the originator of the white party?
I think so. And of Ciroc, I believe. I believe he is the founder or investor or whatever.
Yeah, and that's a liquor?
Yeah, it's a vodka.
That is... Every celebrity now is making a liquor.
Why not?
They're either starting a podcast, creating a liquor brand, or both.
So I guess since we have already done the podcast, we need to start a liquor brand.
Yeah, and I already have the idea.
I can't even say the R in liquor.
Liquor brand. Liquor brand.
Liquor band.
Liquor band.
That's what it's called.
I already have the idea.
Okay.
I will tell you off the record.
Okay,
Number
just in
one,
case.
because it's such a good idea. And number two, it's a little obscene.
Oh.
So we would have to do it anonymously.
Okay, do it. That'll work because then we can't promote it. So, have you thought this one through? It's like me wanting to be on OnlyFans for my great feet.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're on OnlyFans, you have to promote it.
I know.
You have to promote it. So then I have to get comfortable with the fact that I am now going to have to, on my Instagram, after I post this cute little Oxford, talk about the link to my OnlyFans to see my feet.
You could put the decal on the back of your car.
Yeah, I guess I could, but I think people know what I drive because I just put out that reel.
You did. You guys.
I'm like, look at me if you see me.
This girl has a Land Rover.
A 19-year-old Land Rover.
It doesn't matter. It's still a Land Rover.
It's a Rover.
I'm very impressed.
It's a Rover.
I was shocked. We walked out of here last week, and there it was in Florida State Garnet. I might add. Florida State Garnet color.
Well, she goes to the circus camp every year.
It's a beautiful car. I think it's so perfect for Lily, by the way.
It's very perfect for Lily.
I think it's so her.
I always loved Discoveries growing up.
Yeah.
Discoveries were such a cool car growing up.
Very cool.
They had all the windows, all the sunroofs. They sometimes had the jump seats in the back that folded in.
Yep.
Okay. And like Discoveries were like cool girl, popular, rich parents' cars.
That and Broncos were really
Broncos.
cool. If you were a girl with a Bronco, well, forget it.
A Tahoe, a Bronco, like especially a two-door.
Yes.
Y'all know.
Yes.
Y'all know. The O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Some would say. Getaway vehicle driven by A.J. Brown. A.J. It doesn't matter. And mine, okay, details.
Wait, someone else was driving that Bronco?
Yeah. O.J. was in the back.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
What?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, his football friend, I want to say the two letters are A.J. His football friend was driving it. Yes. OJ was in the back, y'all, with the bag, with the money, with the gun, with everything.
Did AJ get in trouble? He had to have. This is a getaway car.
But he didn't get it. I don't know if he got in trouble for like aiding and abetting someone who, remember, OJ wasn't, I think he was just a person of interest at the time. I don't know that he was technically arrested at the time. He was a suspect. He was a person of interest.
Okay.
The whole thing was like, I'm going to get in the car because I got to bolt. I got to go. And his friend was driving him. And
but
he was
even with all the police, I mean, I could see it in my head.
Remember, he wasn't speeding. He didn't break any traffic laws.
That's true.
He was going like 35 on the freeway.
Yes, that's correct.
So I don't know if he got in trouble for anything because, again, I don't believe that OJ had been formally arrested. So then he wasn't driving a suspect away. He was driving a person of interest away. And he wasn't the one in possession of the firearm. OJ was. And he didn't break any traffic laws. So I don't know that he got in trouble for anything.
I want to know how many people, when they think back on that story, have assumed all this time that OJ was driving that car.
Y'all
know
how I am about a court case, especially the biggest court case of like all time.
We're going to do a poll. I want to know. I feel like when it comes to these big things that I'm pretty informed, but
People think OJ was driving?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
I do think that is what people
we will
think.
do a poll. We'll do a poll immediately.
Immediately.
And then we will, once this comes out, people will know why we did the poll.
That was them trying to pull over AJ.
That was them. Yeah.
So it was AJ and OJ, huh?
I think so. I think. I haven't thought about that. I do think it was 2 letters at least, and I'm going AJ,
not MJ from The Traitors
or Michael Jackson.
MJ, whose Phaedra's fate lays in
MJ's hands, and we will find out tonight.
I'm unwell.
I'm so unwell, y'all. I don't think. My hypothesis is they were trying to set MJ up the entire episode. That's why they had the clip in there with Kate talking to her and her saying, no, I want you to know that I'm able to break from Bravo and go based on what I think is the smartest. She said, I'm willing to hear you out.
I think for myself, I will hear people out. I don't do groupthink. Like MJ got a little defensive about that. And I think because on Shaws of Sunset, her and Reza really had that for a long time. Like whatever Reza thought is what she thought.
Yes.
And then the whole thing fell apart. So I think that she felt a little offended by the idea of you can't think for yourself.
Yes.
And so now I'm.
But remember, they put all those clips of MJ in there when really MJ hasn't been getting a ton of airtime. Besides that terrible outfit when she walked in was told to leave.
That is the funny. It's been so many memes.
It's so good.
I live for stuff like that.
That was a choice. MJ has better fashions than that.
She does.
But she does have a hard body to dress.
That's what I was going to say. And we've seen her in real life.
Yes.
She's got a heart. She's just thick-witted. You know,
and I say huge boobs.
I say thick-witted because it's THICC.
Yeah.
So it's not, I'm not saying like, oh, she's so overweight or whatever. No. Like she's got the rack. She's got the booty. Like, but she's also short.
Very short.
And so I don't envy her trying to like buy stuff off the rack.
Correct.
Right? And
yes.
So for
that was me. Thick, big boobs, big butt, short. So everyone thinks like, I mean, I know I'm wearing a size 12, but the pants can't be 7 inches past my ankle.
Right. And then you'd have to take it to a tailor, which we have discussed. You're not going to do.
Never going to do that. Never. I don't even know where tailors exist.
Yeah. I used to have one. She moved away. And then I said, that's the end of my time with the tailor.
Yeah. Time with the tailor.
Time with the tailors.
That's the title.
There's the title.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
I'm going to, now I have to say it every time because I don't want people to be like, oh, well, that wasn't the title because I'm looking at it right now and it wasn't Time with the Tailor.
The title's,
and I don't know why we
Lexus.
The title's OJ wasn't driving?
The title's OJ and AJ.
Okay, just let us figure it out. Let us get to the end. When we say that's the title, it's just a joke. It's a giggle. It's a potential. It's one of many.
I try, when I do title these, I try to find something that's a common thread.
Yeah.
Throughout what we've discussed. And
yes,
please know that is very difficult.
Yeah. Someone did leave a comment which was like, this episode was more all over the place than all of them. And I loved it, but wow. And I was like, yeah. Some of them are extra unhinged.
I had a friend, Buckley told me that the brothers that are, wow, great story. This is a great story I'm telling. They have a podcast. Who's the three brothers? You know this one. They are.
I was going to go New Heights until you said three brothers.
It's the three brothers. Who was the cutie that was on?
Not the Jonas Brothers.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Does he have the Home Improvement Kid, JTT?
Does he have two brothers?
He does have two brothers.
That's them.
They have a podcast?
They have a podcast.
Okay, yeah. Matthew.
Like one of them's real cute.
It's Matthew.
Matthew's real cute.
And then
the other one. Right? So
Luke.
So okay, it was Luke.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. And Jonathan was the John, obviously. Pick one of them. And that's what I'm doing. I don't even know if it's Matthew, to be honest. I was just naming disciples. Are they disciples?
It's a really good guess.
Matthew,
yes,
Mark, Luke, and John
they are all disciples. Very good. Can you name all of them?
Huh?
I can't.
Wait a minute. There's
I can't.
12.
I know.
No, I'm saying I know that. Like, that's something I know in my brain.
Good job. Yeah.
Okay, so Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Peter.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to keep.
Yeah, keep.
Mark.
You already said Mark.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Got it.
Paul. Yes. Wait, no. Paul wasn't a disciple. Sorry, he wasn't.
Then I'm done.
Okay. I honestly can't name them all either.
I'm done.
Do you know who betrayed Jesus? Let's start with
Judas.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. That's all we needed to know.
I know that Judas because they called him. Well, it's just when people say that, like a friend's betraying them, they're like, "You are being such a Judas."
Yes, that it's become like a catchphrase.
It's in like lexicon.
It's on the lexicon. Okay. Don't be a P. Diddy and don't be a Judas.
God no.
Ugh.
Or Matthew Thomas or whatever his name.
Anyway, the point of this is,
what about these boys?
Okay, they have a podcast. And what Buckley,
here we go.
Buckley said she enjoys listening to it because it's very much like when we grew up and, you know, like they're talking about things we know. But she said they are so ADD.
It's so bad.
That I think even more so than we are.
Wow.
That she can't even like keep up with what's being said.
Well, and it's 3 voices.
Ooh. And they probably do sound similar.
Yes.
Like my Matt and his brother sound so alike. If they were to do a podcast, it would be troubling because you wouldn't know who's talking.
Do people think we sound different?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
I think that we definitely sound different.
Different enough that people can pick out who is saying what.
Yes. Okay. And they do want to put the face to the voice. Like if someone's new to the pod, they want to know what that is for sure. But
that's why we try to have really different hair too.
Yeah.
We're just trying to paint a picture.
That's why we have different text colors on Instagram.
Yes. Yes. Some of y'all are finally getting it. Some of y'all are really getting it now.
They are.
And they are using our names at the top of DMs to try to let us know who they're talking to.
Wow, this means that they're listening.
Yes, and applying.
And learning and applying.
Yes, we love that podcast. Good job.
Wow. I don't have
a clapping because you replaced it with a police. Oh,
that doesn't apply.
No,
but I saw it and I said, "What the heck is this one?"
It's like,
wow, I was in a mood. Oh, you know what it's from?
What is it? I know it.
The Gordon Ramsay show.
Oh, is that when he's cutting people or telling them that they're terrible?
Where's the lamb sauce?
You're stupid.
I thought that would be great because number one, we talk about dramatic things.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And number two, we liked Gordon Ramsay's
loved his steak.
Food.
Yeah,
what
Gordon
was that
Ramsay
called?
Steak.
Beef Wellington.
Okay, and beef Wellington is what we ate.
Speaking of British people.
Hold on, were we talking about someone else's podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you were saying
just that they're ADD.
That they're so ADD. Now, here's something I want to, speaking of, we never finished the thought.
Oh, what?
2 things we didn't finish the thought of, and I only can remember one now.
Okay, that's okay.
But I brought up Momfessionals.
Yeah.
And then got sidetracked talking so nicely about her. You're welcome.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Because I was trying to say that you said some people have such small commutes that they can't listen to the breadth of our podcast.
Yeah.
Well, she had done a day in the life. And she is here, there, and everywhere. She's a teacher. She's a mom of many. She is running to sports practices and doing all the things. And she's grading the papers. And she runs her blog and Instagram and all the things. And so she was like, still trying to finish the podcast. And so there were timestamps. Like from here to here, I had 3 minutes. I had 7 minutes. And so I was saying that's the reason why I brought her up, because she is one of those people who it does not matter. She will turn it on for 3 minutes.
She's going to turn
it
on. And honestly,
get it in.
The way that we talk, maybe that works. Maybe it works to hear us talk for 3 minutes about OJ and AJ. Right?
Right.
And then for 5 minutes about Beyonce's new song or whatever weird thing. But right now we're going to talk about Kate Middleton's BBL.
Yeah. No, she did not get a BBL. Y'all, wait. She is not missing. She did not get a BBL. The girl's body is lean. She is lean. You don't think we would notice if she got a BBL coming out of it?
Can you even believe that people are saying not only, first of all, people are saying that she's just fully missing. That she's just
not
missing. And number two, that the reason she's missing is because she got butt implants. What? This is the best thing we could come up with as a society.
The best thing. Missing or BBL? Because neither one of those will get noticed.
But here's what I'm not understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Did people miss where they said she's not going to be in public until Easter?
They literally said that out loud the day she went in for surgery.
It's on the record.
Yeah. They weren't hiding it. Who would say she won't be here till Easter? Because we're going to kidnap her.
It's very strange. All over Twitter, people are like, I'm going to find her. I'm rolling up my sleeves. I've got my detective cap on.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here going, but is anyone posting a reply with just the official statement?
Someone said, I want someone to use the same energy that you put into figuring out the Easter eggs on Taylor's albums to finding Kate Middleton. Which was funny because it's clever.
It's clever.
It's clever. Thank you.
Like that. Thank you.
But y'all, they came. That's why they said this on day one, because they were like, we know this is going to look sketchy AF because you have not ever had a royal family member besides Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
He can go in hiding. He can go missing. He can. The popo can come pick him up. And he can go get gone.
No.
But Kate is not. And they said she will be out. Again, I go back to it's giving diastasis recti repair, potentially a vaginal repair.
Sure. Well, I would.
I know.
I would. I'd get my prolapse sucked back in. Put the little net in there. Put the net on the prolapse and suck it up.
At the net.
Because honestly, listen, we know she had bad pregnancies.
Yes.
So I think it's safe to assume that she maybe just all the lady parts are struggling. Right? A lot of things.
She's a very tiny,
She's
y'all,
tiny.
she is so tiny.
And she got shredded.
And she got 3 kids she pushing out.
She got shredded up in that hospital thrice times.
And
so maybe they're just saying, we're going to Humpty Dumpty put it back together again. And all the king's horses, all the king's men.
And kings it is.
Royal Guard. I don't
not
have
on
that
there.
One.
But I do think that she had a whole bunch of stuff going on down there.
I think so.
Someone told me it was very improper of me to even suggest a vaginal repair. I wasn't saying like, get it tight and right. Even though, kind of. But
why is that bad to suggest?
I don't know. Someone was like, that is so tacky to talk about the future queen of England's vagina.
It's a part of the body. And actually a very, very important part.
Like, kind of the most.
Kind of the most important part. And when I'm sitting here talking about the prolapse, that can be debilitating for people. We're talking about your insides hanging outside of your body.
Yeah. And imagine how painful that is. And some people have had it. And so you know.
And you know when it's worse? When you're standing. You want to know what Kate Middleton has to do all the time?
Stand
and walk
heels.
Around.
In heels. In nice dresses. In form-fitting things. Y'all, maybe she needed to get that repaired. Maybe she tore a lot. Maybe she tore a hole to hole.
Yeah, she might have some fissures.
Absolutely, and I do.
And I do too.
And so I'm glad that we have that in common with her because
the Wolfpack of Fissures.
Another title. That, the Wolfpack of Fissures. I'm saying it now. I'm marking it.
That's us in the Wolfpack.
Oh, got it. I was like, do cats have fissures? Okay, so I think that a lot was going on. And instead of saying she's getting her prolapse fixed and her vagina put back inside, I think that they just called it abdominal to cover everything, but not give too much away. So she had HG. She threw up every day, all day for months on end. That can screw up your stomach.
Yes.
You can have diastasis recti, especially if you are very trim. Those muscles spread apart, they rip, they have to be put back together. When you get that surgery, you cannot stand upright.
No.
You are like this. You are a shrimp in the chair.
You are the shrimp.
You are the shrimp in the chair, and you are that way for 2 to 4 weeks. That's exactly why they said she needs a 2-week recovery time. She probably couldn't even stand. Then, if she is to have anything else, and I know that diastasis recti repair is technically a tummy tuck, so people are like, just call it what it is. She's getting a tummy tuck. Fine, so be it.
But you can look at this woman in her slim-fitting clothes and say, she doesn't need a tummy tuck.
Yeah, she's probably not desperate for a tummy tuck, but she might be desperate to put her muscles back together.
I think so.
Is she allowed that? Is she?
You know what else she's allowed? She is allowed a BBL.
Yeah.
Hell, I won't care if she comes out looking thick.
I don't
care.
I don't care either. If you want to get that booty, honey. But I think that, I think it would be too obvious and that wouldn't ever be a thing that she would do. And number 2, they are dangerous.
Yeah.
They are dangerous. BBLs are completely elective, right? So it's not one of those things that you can say, well, it's medical, like a diastasis recti would be, or a prolapse vagina would be. I said would be. But y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think that when we're talking the future queen of England, I don't know how much elective cosmetic surgery you're going to be allowed to request.
No. She would never.
Yeah.
This girl never missteps. She would never do such a thing.
No. So get off my best friend's
I understand.
present company excluded.
Yes.
Get off my best friend's back.
Yeah.
I need y'all to what am I saying?
Back it up?
I need y'all to back up.
Beep, 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 Yeah.
Okay. And just let her recover.
I know.
Let her recover.
I am very excited to
see the return.
The return.
Yeah, same.
I feel like the outfit's going to be very right.
Yeah.
The hair, the makeup, everything's going to be. But she also knows she's going to be under such a microscope.
Yes.
People are going to be looking for any little change.
They're going to put that monocle on.
Back to the monocle.
They're going to put the monocle on, and they are going to be looking for stitches. They are going to be looking for scarring.
That's what I think.
I mean, it's going to be, it's like, it's, remember when Carrie Underwood
yes. She fell.
Had the fall.
She fell down. Oh, we don't think she fell down the stairs.
I don't know. I'm just saying when she had the fall and she put out the big statement like, I may not even be recognizable when you see me again.
I was horrified by that.
Same. I was like, my God, what happened? Is she going to come in with like
a gash
scar and we're going to see X marks where the stitches were?
I thought like, did she lose an eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it sounded in that statement.
And then she came back like 2 weeks later and you literally could not see a thing.
No.
Nothing was changed about her face.
I mean, if anything, she maybe looked a little more snatched.
Yeah.
So then it becomes,
But she was too young. It's not like she had a facelift.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was all very bizarre to me. And I'm like, is this maybe much ado about nothing? Is this people making something way bigger than it actually is when Kate's not trying to do that?
No.
She's tried to like not make it that way, but people are making it bigger, whereas someone like Carrie made it so big and then it was nothing.
And then it was nothing.
So weird to me. That whole thing was so weird.
Okay, speaking of vaginas.
Oh, great.
This has been on my list.
Okay.
I learned from Ashley that you are not supposed, ladies specifically, you are not supposed to go pee until that pee is at least 8 seconds long. So if you're a frequent peer and you get that little urge, that little tingle, and you go sit down and it's like a 4 or 5 second pee, you are peeing too often, and this is going to screw up all the muscles and the ability as you age. It's going to become a problem. She sees like a specialist in the pelvic floor muscles.
Yes, pelvic floor repair is a big thing for women. Speaking of muscles,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, good job. That was your segue. Yeah,
yeah,
and so right on it.
No. But I'm saying so.
It's my first time podcasting.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Well, I got so focused on how long was my last pee. And I was counting it in my head.
Yes. So, but here's what's interesting. She told us this like a couple months ago. Ever since then.
Have you been counting?
Every time I pee, in my head, I'm like 1, 2, 3. And let me tell y'all, 8 seconds is longer than you think.
Yeah. Oh, I know that because that's how long you're supposed to stay on a steer in the rodeo.
That's right. And
it's called 8 seconds.
That feels forever.
Right. So now you need to be peeing that long.
You need to be peeing that long. So ladies, this
I
is
know I am.
A PSA. I feel like you and I hold our pee.
We do. So that's why I know. And y'all know. Because remember when we were talking about London and all the things? And
you never stepped away.
Yeah. People are like, when do you pee? How do you pee? Where are you peeing and pee and pee and pee?
And you're just like, I didn't.
I'm like, I don't.
I drank just enough water to stay alive.
Yeah. I drank enough water to stay hydrated and to not collapse on the mal and not enough to ever have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
And if I had to, I would have put on a Depends. Know that.
I
would have.
And I think we've pushed drinking water.
I've said this forever. We're overhydrated. Put them away. Put the Stanleys away. Put it all away. Put your gallon jugs. If I see one more person carrying
it's too much.
I'm going to knock you out.
And that Dr. James guy that I follow said that. He said, drink when you're thirsty.
Yes, drink when you're thirsty.
Drink when you're thirsty. You don't have to be just guzzling down your gullet gallons of water. And this is why women can't hold it. And they're peeing their pants in the middle of a Marshall's. They're trying to buy some candles or whatever. And the pee is dribbling out.
Because our pelvic floor is already weakened from having children.
That's it.
Then you're forcing yourself to drink 2 64-ounce Stanleys a day. Don't know why.
That's it.
And then you are going pee all day long and not even getting an 8-second pee because you're peeing every 17 minutes probably. And it reminds me of all those memes and stuff that I've gone around recently that were like, did we ever remember drinking water as children? You know, besides out of the water hose or somewhere, your mom wasn't sending you like, here's your water bottle. No. Here's this, here's that.
My parents never sent me with a water bottle. No. Nobody's did.
No.
And also I've seen where people are like, in college, did I drink water? And I don't know if I did in college.
I know I did not.
I think I drank a lot of Sprite.
I don't know what I drank, but I probably drank a lot of soda because I think it was on the meal plan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
a bottle of water was the same as the soda from the fountain.
That's it, because you would go to your cafeteria.
Yeah.
You had all these, an array of options, and it's included.
And I never had those options at home.
That's right.
My parents did not buy juice. They did not buy soda for the house. They didn't buy water bottles either. We just drank out of the tap. Absolutely just drinking out of the tap my whole life.
Do you think...
I still drink out of the tap, except for when I come here and I'm bougie with your Fiji. Stacked in the or stocked in the fridge.
What do you think of Charlotte's tap water?
Oh, it tastes fine to me.
I think it's not bad.
No, it tastes fine.
I have traveled to some places where maybe I'm taking my pills at night and I just got to quickly use the glass. Yeah. And that tap ain't so good. But Charlotte's is okay. Now, everything should be filtered. I don't think you should be drinking tap water willy-nilly.
Okay. I do all day. Not all day, because I'm barely drinking water. But I do drink water, and I have a filter in the fridge, but we've never replaced the filter.
Okay. And
and it says it needs to be.
Okay. How you've had it for many years.
Yeah, many. Okay. I'm not replacing it. I don't care.
Okay,
I don't care.
Just buy the filter.
I don't care. I just don't care. I don't care. It's not a priority, and it's never going to be.
You got to filter your water.
I don't care.
Well, what they can say.
I'm going to die by like a city bus hitting me anyway. So what's the filtered water going to do?
It's true. AJ's going to come barreling down that highway.
I'm not.
You're going to be in the way.
AJ's going to be coming down that two-door Bronco. Not speeding, not breaking any traffic laws, but he is going to hit me.
He's a cool girl in that Bronco.
He's still going to hit me. I understand. Everyone has their thing that they are very passionate about. I know Lindsay Quinn is like oxidizing her fruit in her sink and like vacuum sealing stuff.
Yes.
And that's her journey.
Now, I'm not crazy about washing fruit. I am not. I'll rinse it, but the people that are putting the baking soda in the bowl, with the ice, in the spinner, in your sink, and they let it soak, and they sit,
glass jar.
I don't have time.
I'm not doing it. None of this matters to me. I understand that maybe it should. I'm saying it can't.
It just can't.
I have a bandwidth of this much.
Yeah, that's true.
Everything that's taking up that bandwidth right now is not baking soda fruit.
Yeah.
It's not.
All your spaces are full.
They're full right now.
Every slot is full.
And I don't think that that's going to change. You do you. But here's the thing. You can do all of that and still get hit by a city bus.
Well, here's what I'm thinking too is like, we can go through all of these motions.
Yes.
Right? With the detoxing and all of that. And y'all know I'm into a detox.
Yeah.
However.
We do.
I also know they're spraying chemtrails out here in the skies. So you have to weigh and say, what are easy swaps I can do that
take up very little effort.
That's right. That's
with the bandwidth you have left.
That's it. Very little effort to kind of get a little cleaner and like a cleaner, healthier lifestyle. But I mean, the soaking of the fruit and the vacuum sealing and the switching from the detergent to this to that, and then it's too much.
Also,
it's too much.
What all are you trading for that, right? So
yeah.
I know some people are so obsessed with all that sort of stuff, and I'm like,
with toxins,
and I'm like, are you able to be happy in the day because you are so hyper focused on all of the things around you that you can't control?
That's right.
That are still affecting you. Is it overwhelming your mind to where you can't even live happily in the day? I don't want that. And I understand that I am like kind of the blissfully unaware girly.
Yeah.
And it works for me, and I know it wouldn't work for other people. But I do wonder, what are you trading for that? Because if you say, well, I'm going to have clean, non-toxic, but you are so focused on that it makes you unhappy and stressed to the max.
Anxiety.
And gives you anxiety, then what's it for? Because your mental happiness matters as much as your physical.
That's it.
And what are you trading for that? And so that's why I say this is just something I can't care about, because I'm not going to let it take over me. And how much do you do, and then where do you stop? And is it ever enough? And I just don't think that's for me. That's not my journey. And I love that some people think that it's going to help them live to 130. I don't want to live to 130.
No.
Newsflash.
No.
I don't want to. I am so good with my life as it is and as it's been lived. I'm Gucci good. If I do get hit by the bus today, So be it. Just know that I lived a great, happy life, fulfilled AF, and Chrissy T is going to have to do this. She's going to be solo now, and she's going to still kill it.
Jack's Taps.
Would you keep it going? Would you get another person, or would you just go solo?
Oh, that's a great question.
Let's talk about that.
If you get hit by the Bronco, what am I doing? I think I'd take a little hiatus.
Okay. Well, you have to have a mourning period.
I would have
at
a
least
mourning
10
period.
minutes.
Yeah. Like Josh would say.
Yes.
Like Josh would say, he'd mourn about 10 minutes.
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Go get a new wife.
Go get a new wife. He needs someone to call. Who's going to answer his phone? It's not going to be you.
Well, he can call Matt.
Time.
He can call Matt.
Matt, pick up Joshua's calls.
Miranda's dead.
I got hit by AJ.
Josh is calling. You're going to be a ghost haunting him. And I've told Josh that. If you run out and get a wife lickety-split, I know who's going to be haunting your halls. And that's perfect for... That is you as a ghost
Floating down. This is me floating, by the way. In sign language, two like this, 2 fingers down like this, it signifies legs.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, so if you're dancing, you're this because you're on a dance floor.
So what would we say for floating? Like this?
Yeah, floating is probably like this.
Ooh, that's good to know.
Yeah, so these are the legs. This is the ground, basically. So a lot of things that have to do with anything you would do with your legs, verb-wise, yeah. So like dancing. Yeah, there you go.
Like every episode, you should be teaching us some sign language.
Okay, I will.
I love that.
I do not like, and this happens a lot on Instagram, where people share sign language. Like, I was, you know what I'm going to say.
8 years old.
You know what I'm going to say. I'm sorry. I can't let it go. It's got to stop. I actually want to shut down all those pages. Maybe I'll just start reporting all of them.
You should report
Not
it.
They've done anything. Well, they are. They're spreading misinformation. And I think that is the thing that I'm allowed to say. And I'm going to say, it's not open sesame. And I need you to shut them down.
These, you know what? These are the TikToks you need to be making for our page.
I know, you're right.
Let's just rage about stuff over on TikTok.
Okay, I will.
Why not? We have so much to say. We're going to make sure we say it. Let's just go over there and rage, and maybe people will have...
I do want to rage.
Similar things.
Our Pookie and Jet reels, our TikTok did not do well.
I mean... We got over 100 likes.
No, I'm saying on TikTok.
Oh, you did it over there?
Yeah, I shared it over there, and it just didn't do anything. Are people not really into Pookie and Jet over there?
That's a shame.
Did you see the little kids I shared on our page?
Oh, how cute.
So, again, clever.
So clever. But did you
Ours was clever. Theirs was clever.
Did you see they had comments turned off, though?
On what?
On that little kid reel.
I did see that.
Comments were turned off.
I did see that.
When you see comments turned off, you know some drama has gone down in the comments.
People made all these probably nasty comments about how could they possibly? This is just 2 little kids. Their parents are saying, say this, say this, say this. It's funny.
Because people are terrible.
They're terrible.
Okay. We've talked about the BBL. We've talked about P. Diddy again.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about the 8-second P.
Oh, I was going to say, I know, that to finish that up, I know for sure I'm always over more than 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I pee maybe 3 times a day.
Yeah, I think I'm about 3.
Yeah, about 3. So it's sitting in there, it's festering in there.
Not festering. Ugh.
Yeah, well, it's fermented.
Do you get UTIs?
No. No, I used to.
I used to also, and I don't anymore.
I used to get I got a UTI in college.
Same.
You know, y'all have got to pee after sex.
You got to pee after sex.
You have to pee after sex. You got to get up and do it.
You got to flush it out.
You really do. And you got to sit there and wait.
Even if it's not an 8-second, that would be a time I would say, even if it's not an 8-second
because I peed right beforehand. So then there's not going to be a ton of pee afterwards, even though they say, if you
hold the pee and then you do the deed, it's supposed to heighten the sensations.
Because you're focusing so hard on, you're concentrating on not peeing.
On that area. Like that area of the body, your brain is so
connected.
They said that in 50 Shades of Grey when she was on the private plane.
Is that where I learned it?
I think it's where you learned it.
Or maybe it was when I was listening to Dr. Laura, way too young in my bedroom in those bunk beds. 100%.
What were you learning? All the nasty?
How
old were you?
Too young to be listening to that. Too young. It was on Kiss 95.1, I think, after like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Well, I mean, if it's on public radio.
No, that's our boombox was listening to it. I thought,
and you didn't turn out to be like a sex-crazed demon. So
no, exactly. So it just goes to show that information, education doesn't turn you into a sleut.
That's true.
Or a slore or what. I just took it as information. Some of those stories were wild. And I can't remember if I shared it here about the coffee table.
No. Wait, hang on. Yes. Remind me.
Hold on, this has to be, I don't know, a Patreon or something.
We'll stick it on Patreon because I feel like I do know this, but maybe you just told me off the record.
Okay. That's going to be a Patreon.
Sorry. You got to pay $6 if you want to be a part of it.
It's a real good story. It's a real good story. It's something I listened to, again, way too young. And it has blown my mind ever since I heard it. It has lived rent-free in there this entire time. Do I remember the birth of my first child? No. Do I remember this one caller? Yes. And that's sad. And I know that. And so I'm going to share the story with Patreon. Unless, hey, we might record it and you'll be like, yeah, that was episode 4. This means nothing. And now we have to delete it.
No, we can still throw it up on Patreon. Maybe they want to remember. I mean, listen, I'm now having to make so much space in my brain.
Yes.
For all of this information.
All the stories. There's so many.
It's a struggle.
Where has it been said? Have we talked about it on or off the record? But I am, so you got to pee afterwards. That helps protect you from UTIs because it just flushes it out. You don't want stuff, unless you're trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And I guess.
Because then they say to just lay flat.
Yeah, then I guess let it kind of, do what it does. But still, you do eventually have to pee.
What it do?
Because you don't want to start off your pregnancy with a UTI.
No.
So
that's not a good way to start.
Maybe we could ask Leanna or Dr. Beaver about that.
Yeah, we're going to get back to you, Guy. Would it be better if you're trying to get pregnant to lay there or to get up and pee and then go back and
go back down? But you don't want to. Anyway, so
you could get a bedpan.
Yeah, that's the best option. Yeah, that's it.
If you're trying to get pregnant, get a bedpan.
And there it is. That's the pro tip of the day. And if you've learned nothing else from all that to say today, it is just to get a bedpan if you're trying to get pregnant. Yeah.
Well, while you are in heaven, after you're hit by AJ, Josh has a new wife. You were a ghost for a little bit. Now you've decided to enter the pearly gates.
Yeah.
No
tears passed.
No tears passed his face. So you got to get over it and move on. Okay, so you're in heaven.
Yes.
Do you think you would, I had this presented to me the other day. A guy said, we were out with that couple.
Oh, yeah.
And he said he always had wanted to open a restaurant. And but to know what goes into that, it is just such hard work. You never get a break. Matt can speak to that.
Yeah.
It's so much. And so his wife was like, I told him when he goes to heaven, open a restaurant. And so I wrote it down.
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, why couldn't it though? If we're saying heaven is where you have peace and joy and happiness, could someone...
I didn't think that included working.
Well, but maybe it's it doesn't feel like work to you because it's a desire. Could you go to heaven and open a restaurant?
I talked to Jen Davis a lot about heaven last week.
You did?
Mm-hmm. I talked to her a lot about it because Jerry has a lot of questions.
Jerry.
Yeah, my grandma Jerry has ramped up the heaven questions.
Okay.
I think, because she's old.
Sure.
And she knows death is closer than ever before.
Yes.
After her fall and the recovery and the surgery and everything. But we always talk a lot about heaven and afterlife and what happens. And so I had questions that I needed answered. So I went to Jen.
Oh, I love that.
Because I had already told her the things you told me that night with Aaron Hall at Roosters.
Yes.
So I already shared a lot about the trumpets and the this and the that. And then I said, so I'm always listening for trumpets. Always. Which is confusing when you like Outkast a lot.
I know.
A lot of trumpets in those songs. But so she was saying that, hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Because
we don't want misinformation on this podcast.
No.
Let's be clear.
Oh, thank you. what grandma's worried about is seeing people in heaven she doesn't want to see.
That's right. I remember you saying there was one specific person that she was like, not interested. Boring. Yeah, she doesn't want to see her.
She doesn't want to see her. And what Jen was describing to me is that you're a soul.
Yeah.
You're a spirit.
Yeah, I imagine it like a glowing egg.
Oh, an egg shape, not a body shape.
I view it as I'm an orb. I have no arms or legs, but I am floating. I am floating, but I'm
but no legs.
But so no legs.
So you're
I'm floating like this.
If y'all aren't watching on YouTube, I don't know what else to say. I don't.
I'm glowing. But if I had gone to the grocery store, the bags are hanging next to
No, stop.
My glowing.
So is the Bronco attached to me? Is the windshield and the hood just like attached to my body and the imprint of me in the glass?
I don't think your weapon of death has to be attached.
But the grocery bags come with you?
No, I'm saying I'm going to the store in heaven. I'm going to the grocer.
Okay.
So
I thought you said you were dying in the grocery store.
No. So Matt and I are our two orbs. Okay, imagine.
She said you're not married in heaven.
Well, Jen. Okay.
She said you're not married in heaven.
Okay, Jen.
She's not married to Brad in heaven.
I know my soulmate, and it's Matt Timmerman. So his orb is next to mine.
Okay.
We've gone to the grocer. We have two bags like hovering next to our bodies as we bounce along the golden streets into our mansion. That's it. Here we are bouncing.
She said your kids are not your kids. Your husband is not your husband. You are a soul.
These are rumors.
Rumors and the nastiness.
Yeah.
But this, I'm saying, she said biblically.
Jen, we're going to have to speak about this.
I want to be there. I want to be there.
I would like to rope two other people into this conversation.
I hope that I'm relaying this correctly.
Aaron Hall.
Okay.
And Gigi.
Okay.
And
I hope I'm relaying this correctly.
Because Erin's takes on heaven are some of my favorite. One of them is that she thinks there will be a room in heaven where you go in and you can see your child at any age.
Yes, you've told me this and it sounds so sweet.
So you go in, and if I want to pick up baby Tinsley at 1 year old,
I love that.
She's there, and I can pick her up, and we snuggle, and then I shut the door, and then I come out, and Tinsley's.
Well, that's gonna be hard if our kids aren't our kids.
What did you feel about that when Jen said this to you?
Very little.
Okay, you didn't feel at all.
Very little, because I'm just like, okay, then I won't know. So if I'm there, then I won't know that they aren't my kids.
Yeah, listen, I can understand that.
I won't know any better
we're going to heaven. We're in the presence of God, the glory and the light, and we've talked about this where it's like, does it feel like I'm on mushrooms? I'm on acid. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to feel like.
You start anew. And so like,
but there's a new earth.
That worldly life.
But there's a new earth, so what's the deal with that?
Well, maybe that new earth doesn't know you married Matt Timmerman.
So I'm just hanging out alone? I'm not going to know you?
I don't think we're going to know each other, so you better get it in while it's good. Okay?
Guys,
let's go dance the wobble soon, because it might be the last time. Because we're not doing it in heaven. We don't even have legs. How are we supposed to stomp 2 times? I don't know. Wow.
Wow. 3 times.
Wow, did that come
back
2 times? Here it is.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Wobble, baby, wobble. As an orb, you can still do the wobble.
Right. You're just moving, but you can't stomp if there's no legs.
You can't do the electric slide. You can't do the cha-cha. And you can't do whatever that other one is that we can't remember. Yeah. But you can do the wobble in heaven as an egg-shaped glowing orb.
Yeah. I want y'all to discuss all of this in front of me. I will have nothing to add, as per usual, unless I learn it at Awaken next week. Shout out.
Yes.
But yeah, that would be very interesting. Ultimately, so
I want to have a heaven roundtable.
And I want Phaedra to make it through it.
I want Phaedra and
she would be great at a heaven discussion.
Phaedra, I want CT there.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying Phaedra's like a religious
She's a
woman.
religious lady. And
she knows a lot about death because she runs the mortuary.
She runs a funeral home.
Yes.
So I think Phaedra would be on my team here. I think that she is going to say, yes, that's my baby. I'm going to know my baby in heaven.
I don't know. Jen was giving me biblical. She sent me, it's in the text.
She's going to know Ekin-Su.
Yeah, she is going to know Ekin-Su. You're right.
If I know anything, anything at all.
You're right. All those traitors are murdered.
It's that Phaedra will know Ekin-Su when they get to heaven. That's what I know.
Ekin-Su. Well, I'll show you the verse she sent me after our long discussion.
Now, Jen, I'm not doubting Jen's knowledge. She is very well read and researched in all the biblical things, especially end times. Like the end of days and heaven. I know this, but the
marriage.
But the selfish part of me,
I know,
wants to say, not only do I want Matt and my children, I want all my people.
I know you do, and I love that about you.
I like a party.
It's a very 7 answer. It's a very, what does heaven look like to you as an Enneagram 7? Someone should do that.
Yes, and guess what? I'm opening a restaurant.
Yay.
I'm going to the grocer.
No, I thought you were going to be a DJ.
I'm having a good time. Guess what? I can do whatever I want to do that's bringing me joy and love and light and peace in heaven, because there won't be any tears, but there will be hot fire beats, not the new Beyonce song, because we will all be so sick of it by then.
All right. Well, I guess we'll try to get you some answers about heaven for next episode, to be continued. Say bye to your orb.